Trump's Iran deadline game, final warning. Then another final warning. The war with Iran started on February 28, 2026, and since then, despot Donnie has used 5 different deadlines to pressure the country into opening the Strait of Hormuz or face total destruction. So let's get this straight. The war with Iran starts. Trump comes out swinging, but when that warning is about to expire, he extends it. Then he does it again, and again, and again. At this point, it's less final deadline and more limited time offer that never actually ends. Like the boy that cried wolf. Because ever since this conflict began, Trump's strategy has looked like this. Threaten total destruction, claim talks are going great, then move the goalposts at the last second. The first major deadline came March 21st, with a dramatic 48-hour ultimatum. Trump basically told Iran, open the Strait of Hormuz, or America starts wrecking core infrastructure. That was the message, not subtle, not diplomatic, not complicated. This was the moment the pressure campaign became a public spectacle. He wasn't just trying to intimidate Iran. He was performing dominance in public, using social media like a war room loudspeaker. But then, right before the clock ran out, suddenly the tone changed. March 23rd. Now the message was, talks are productive. Conversations are happening, progress is being made, so instead of the promised devastation, despot Donnie pauses and hands out more time. And that's when the pattern becomes obvious. The threat is huge, the deadline is dramatic, the language is apocalyptic, but the follow-through keeps getting delayed. Then came the next extension, and this one made the whole strategy crystal clear. Trump kept presenting each new deadline like the absolute last chance for Iran to cave. But every time the pressure peaked, he created another window. That meant the deadline stopped being a real point of no return. Instead, it became a tool, a permanent shadow hanging over negotiations. In other words, the deadline itself became the strategy, not resolution, not closure, just endless pressure, endless suspense, endless brinkmanship. Following the success of the initial 48-hour window, Trump's second deadline was framed as a 5-day extension to allow for a formal response to U.S. terms. Then came the most explosive warning yet. Trump escalated the rhetoric again and pushed the conflict closer to the edge, before all hell broke loose. That kind of language matters. Because once a leader keeps using doomsday language, every new warning has to be bigger, louder, more dramatic than the last one. And now the White House isn't just managing a war, it's managing expectation. Because if you keep promising fire and fury, eventually people notice when the fire gets rescheduled. Then came another extension, Saturday, April 4th, this time, just one more day. One final extra chance. One more delay before the supposed point of no return. Trump just went from threatening Iran with massive new strikes to agreeing to a 2-week ceasefire. The pause was announced on April 7th, and it's being treated as a temporary, fragile deal, not a final peace agreement. Here's the key part. The ceasefire is tied to Iran reopening the Strait of Hormuz for safe shipping, while the US suspends its planned attacks. The deal was reportedly pushed forward through Pakistan's mediation, after Iran submitted a proposal for more talks. But this thing is shaky. Some reports say attacks have continued in parts of the region, and there's still confusion over whether Lebanon is included or not. So this is less peace achieved, and more everybody hit pause before it got even worse. It's typical of despot Donnie deals, incomplete. The big reason this matters? Markets reacted instantly, oil dropped, stocks jumped, and now the question is whether this 14-day pause becomes a real deal, or just another deadline that gets moved again. This is not just about Iran. It's about how power gets projected, how fear gets marketed, and how leadership looks when the script says, last chance, for the 6th time in a row. If you want more breakdowns like this, sharp, simple, and without the spin, hit subscribe, drop your take in the comments, and share this with somebody who still believes a final warning means final.